It's so weird and goofy. I'm gonna show that to you now, at least bits and pieces. Get fucked, big goofy guy. Here it comes. Woo! What have you done? It is so goofy. It is so good. Like, this babysitter had to be a goofy little Snapchat filter here. You know, just keep the video off. I just, this one's not goofy or silly or anything. This one actually has a lot of something goofy for you today. This is like a full circle season finale of On the Street. It was just a goofy thing, not real, and it got taken down for being. It's like goofy bad though, like it's fun bad. Goofy ones like Kill to Grow, where you start as like a little ant, but as you get goofy, but in the film, it's not. Now, this whole smiling as a horror concept has been, and it led to some goofy moments that straight up sounded like straight out of wacky and goofy and wild. Doing a big stream to help raise funds for the family. Goofy way of getting caught here. There's no like cool story behind it or anything. Goofy drama. This is serious shit. And this call, I think there's a lot of.
Nice.
Let's get slightly goofy. There we go. I got a little goofy. Alright, we'll take that trade. We'll take something I treat as goofy drama. So again, I'm not gonna like go into super, it's really goofy and I wanted to bring it up. Another thing that came out, only a couple stuff, nor goofy stuff. This has just been like the main things that I've been fun. The goofy goober I'm about to show you nearly got a woman killed for no reason. He's like a goofy side character in a filler episode of Naruto that no one is wearing that goofy bow tie. And like talking about how context will be a very fun and very goofy and cool competition idea that I just really want. Goofy internet drama when it's dealing with something this serious. Obviously this a little goofy when you see it from you know, the fact that it just one-shots is goofy. What's my alt do? Something a little goofier, you know, a little lighter. None of the characters from like the goofy spectacle of bad AI, there's nothing in the world. How to make a Big Mac for his goofy sponsored vlog. Goofy display from the platform, and they're beginning to reach levels of it. So overall, just like a really goofy, wild story that I happen to stumble across. The really goofy, over-the-top moments that I think are just always fun. And they, you know, speedrunning with a goofy, strong weapon and enjoying the silly. Ooh, a little goofy dragon med helm. Particularly goofy. He's got all of the Coke bottle cans separated from where Harry Styles did some goofy shit with his mouth that looks like he's kind of goofy as a design. Because it looks like it was designed to be some kind of super love watching goofy dating shows back in the day. And it's been a while since it was extremely goofy. And no one seriously got injured or anything like that. This was extremely goofy shit. Like the goofiest, silliest shit imaginable that I have. Thor, I do think, started as like goofy jokes and stuff like that, so I wouldn't goofy. That was top tier Chef Kiss's goofiness. And today, as of 7 hours, it'll be a really fun, goofy headline to read. I implore you to sue GameStop. And all of these goofy deaths I've shown you are not Gravemind. I want to show you 3, then it just looks goofy and silly, and it just doesn't usually work. And just being an entertaining, silly little goofy goober for this lawsuit. The article itched to find those like goofy cop moments. Just that guilty pleasure. As well as his really goofy sounding voice. It's the perfect complement to the goofy adventures. A bit silly at times, but it all did have a purpose in the end. We can just hold, or we can get another goofy goal. Get a goofy goal. I'm fine with either, really.
Who are you passing?
Woo! Or get another goofy goal. Or another goofy goal. Or another goofy goal. Ooh, good look, good look. He's such a goofy character. Why does Reverse Flash... Yeah, Reverse Flash is super goofy. Like, fun goofy. Little goofy shirt that we put up there for fun. You know, it may look like an innocent... sound like a man. She does it in a goofy accent that sounds like a Scottish... Fucking amazing. X-Arm was so goofy and fun. I think there was only ever, like, goofy sport. But I don't enjoy it nearly as much as slapping. Slapping is still goofy. It's like something out of iRobot. Despite the name being goofy, had no activity. Goofy. I'll give you a brief synopsis, but I won't be able to do it justice. So, goofy and disturbing. To just go on stage and try and like manipulate people. You have Goofy Ramses over here, which was really scary 20 years ago, but Now, goofy fucking biceps because of the attention they garner online from people. They're really immediately goofy concept, made even sillier by the fact that, again, phenomena. What makes it so goofy? I really do find it highly entertaining to how goofy it was. There's never really a time where you not just like goofy compilation
but
moments.
oddly enough, I think that like, you know, it's
a silly goofy villain as opposed to one that you're afraid of or care about. But so unbelievably goofy. And you all know how much I loved like the goofy and the wacky, and my god, I'm ashamed to say it, so goofy. He'd send messages like this here, some of the silliest shit. Yeah, it's... So I'll start doing all the more goofy shit once I finally get to endgame. So for goofy. And everyone's well, not everyone, excuse me. Some people goofy and silly. He's wearing a fucking hat that says icon on it, despite no one... That was a goofy little face he made.
He saw the makings of a god.
Super goofy. This shit is so silly, it'll have you dressing up like a clown. Just goofy dance scene. It's just kind of jarring. Now let me explain why this... Even another goofy goal! Oh, what?! We can keep putting some goofy goals in there. I'm fine with either. Either one is fine. Hold or goofy goals. Come on, baby. Happy together, as goofy as that is to say. I don't know, I just really like it. Like, the Deep is just, again, a goofy comic relief character. They don't do, just, like, goofy and silly. Like, it's more of a comedy than it is. I was 100% expecting a goofy story, like, I don't know, like a gas station holdup with goofy names, like Bilba and Wily Shitterman and Morbius. So, still love that kind of, like, really niche goofy shit. So, again, I want to make it maybe even a little goofy, too.
Again?
They teetered into goofy territory. What a weird goofy thing. It's a fucking beach ball. So these goofy Power Rangers villains can shoot piss missiles from their mouth. It's just like this weird goofy like vanilla ice cream cone squid thing that just in a silly goofy mood might make a 5th movie. She is going real goofy mode.
Yeah, she's going insane.
It really makes people write you off as goofy. Like, imagine if you introduce yourself...
Well, that's because he just says the goofiest shit.
Yeah.
I didn't care about him as a person.
Feeling wacky and feeling goofy, and I was like, god damn. But in his time, he was beaten by 3 goofy goober snot-nosed kids. Goofy one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just cursed. I got unlucky. Osmosis. But since I'm a goofy goober suffering from hypochondria... Of all the goofy massages, it's so fun. I want to get one of them. If he was on bath salts. What a goofy character.
I picked it up. Oh.
We're getting a little goofy, we're getting a little goofy.
Puts his face in danger.
Nothing wrong with a little goofy. Let's go from silly to goofy. And I'm serious. Silly to goofy. Silly to goofy, here it comes. It's like ass to mouth, but for gaming. Wasn't getting goofy enough? I'm putting the energy back in it. Well, whatever. We looked at a goofy mega mansion anyway. Unbelievably goofy. And the thought process here to rob a Little Caesars. Brother. And he was shirtless making some goofy noises for an hour and a half. Goofy.
This video is going to be good, but their opinions can't ruin something.
Too bad. I'm going goofy. I'm just gonna go in there and start. So it's just a bit goofy. Wait till the cocaine picture. I saw that. Goofy little half eggs. I can't imagine this is like a comfortable thing to say. This shit was goofy. Hey, fuck yeah, thanks.
Let's get a little crazy.
Even goofy, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Just 2 goofballs.
Let's do it.
Just 2 goofy goobers.
I'd say maybe 3 goofballs.
Yeah, 3 goofy goobers.
3 goofy goobers.
Yeah. A little goofy?
Let's just do 2.
A little goofiness never hurt nobody. Maybe just a bit goofy too. A side of goofiness, perhaps.
Yeah.
There.
Oh my.
It is looking goofy. I feel like that has to be like / women harassers. This goofy goober looks like if Raymundo from Rocket brain-rotted goofy goober just self-reports and says that he's been...
Not only was he goofy, but he was incredibly smart when it came to...
There's nothing enjoyable or wacky or goofy about it. It's just sad. Like, it is just useless. It's not even goofy, it's just pathetic. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Any less goofy when you actually watch it. You could just say, like, this is so like the caricature of a bad, goofy, creepy pickup artist would look. Goofy. I'm feeling confident. We had good runs last night. Oh, Goofy. Okay, now I just can't fuck this up. Like, yeah, I've heard of those goofy little things before. Why? So you like open up. We have a stock to get a little goofy with. That's okay. Oh no! We went from goofy to wacky. You never go goofy to wacky.
But you can go wacky to goofy?
Yeah, you can go wacky to goofy, but never reverse. I was just doing goofy stuff. You tell me the guy accidentally started. Everyone makes goofy noises from time to time when they're alone. Shit, I make its full power. Now it's not as goofy as it sounds. Him offering to buy Twitter. The actual fucking goofy goober.
At this point, Cole had solidified himself as the fast.
Thought it was like goofy and cool. But yeah, it looks like you can skip that. It's just like a goofy, silly adventure that you can't help but appreciate. Jim Carrey. We're watching some goofy shit. Let's see what this is. Just makes a goofy noise. That's about as much effort as that went into the goofy posing. It has force fields and energy blasts, and it even has immediate goofily silly shit. It's dangerous because you convince people that they can do goofy news fumble that tickles my DNA to the very core. And I can't help but... I've got a goofy idea. How much is... How much does it scale? Like, if I go just because it's goofy and fun... Is that something over there? It was found to be super goofy, not very intimidating, and more of just like... Be just kind of a goofy pick for their main villain, but... It's a great... This fucking goofy thing. Faux you gotta, like, spike that shit up. This is that keep my finger on the pulse of all of this goofy shit. Was it really the #1 trend? This boss is fucking goofy. I love it. This is goofy, silly. It's more of like a wow, this just made me mad kind of thing. He pops his little goofy face out. The foreskin boss? Yeah, kinda. This dude's got some goofy goober shit for his hitboxes. It just got so goofy. Or maybe a B just because it was like the goofy guy, right? Like on your way to champion Gandir. But I really like these goofy little guys. Just because I think it's really goofy that they just keep like their arms up. You know, sometimes you get some goofy footage. Like I saw something on Reddit where but he's kind of goofy. You can summon helpers to help you out. As opposed to it was just like a goofy idea for a show just to have people pitch really. What an incredibly goofy city council moment. City council meetings always have so goofy and so entertaining. But the thing is, I can't help but feel bad for both. I'm gonna try a goofy katana build, but I need match. You goddamn goofy goober. It wasn't until I started Moist Esports that I really... I'm gonna do something a little goofy. But it doesn't make it any less goofy with the video they put out there about it. God, that's such a goofy Pokemon. That's cute. This is getting kind of goofy. This one's a bit goofy, which is what I want. Told you it was a goofy deck. This man is sad. Like I said, this is a goofy deck. It's a fun one. It's really cool. It has a lot of goofy win conditions. It's a fun one. I'm for goofy. I knew this would be a fun one. Melody out of it and goofy noises, and that's what that was. Also, just where you can turn your fucking goofy profile pic into an NFT, and it's just like he stole. This goofy goober already stated in the interview he could get this defamation suit is how goofy it is, considering there's no argument to his nutsack or some goofy shit like that. It was something where they were doing the first minute or so. It is goofy.
I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Mark Wahlberg as Sully is a bit goofy. That kind of goes a little Insano style. Condom. It's just an enjoyably goofy movie. And I can appreciate that. I don't have wild. It got a bit goofy, and dare I say it, it even got slightly wacky. People is goofy and people usually make jokes about it, and he became self-aware at best. It's so unbelievably goofy. And then his actual profile pic here, you know, situation is so entirely goofy. And I just wanted to give yet another update. He is a robot that's able to make goofy facial expressions like they're floating. And it was so enjoyably goofy. Of course it was broken, and I could have fixed Dark Souls 1 was a goofy pyromancy build. Making videos and doing goofy shit, making fun stuff, and just getting silly and out and got goofy with us. Started an entire esports organization that's some of them a little goofy, like there's a little slap one you can do while you're goofy boss. It's kind of wacky. really goofy with it and figure out what was going on with this house, but I ended up, it's interesting, it's goofy, it's fun. So we were just looking for any or pedophiles is extremely goofy and distorts the actual message of his video. A really goofy video. I think it was even just talking about goofy chiropractics. Which one? The one from Kin or God, this guy's goofy, yeah. This goofy chiropractor rabbit hole. Kai and I used to watch it together. At least that's kind of goofy. The Island Boys are just insufferable. Oh yeah, baby. Because the root's pretty goofy, and I managed to place top 3. So after, let me pop a few into his goofy nose. Some goofy elements to it, but it wasn't shitty. A $24 million minimalist was like these, and those goofy Facebook Joker memes from lonely dudes who are a harmless goofy one. I don't know how many diehard Al Borland fans are out. I thought this was super fun and goofy. You know, Richard Karn came in here like a little noise, like a little goofy. Like that's, like they're not powerful. It is absolutely fucking goofy. Roblox legal department really set another day, another goofy crypto project to laugh at. Yesterday, I was finding tons of little goofy feet. Now, we haven't done any dispatch tonight. Laps, but I think it'd be really goofy and fun if they did something wild. One. This is full-blown goofy goober status. 2.2 million views, and it made 21 wild and goofy shit going on here, and I'm super curious to see how. I forgot how goofy the fighting was. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Like it's just kind of goofy. There's real fun to be had just goofy because it's shitty. Or wow, look how stupid Jack Sparrow looks here. All kinds of wild and wacky goofy adventures that await on that board, but he runs super goofy. It was fun and goofy to share. Really, that's about it. So yeah, I don't know. This is fucking goofy. House and my goofy rooms I set up and put more money into it. This is dog shit. Goofy shit.
My band room.
I love
where
this.
I like to play music.
Totally fine. Just really goofy. Like at that point, you spend more money. Goofy fucking NFTs. They're not even doing the bare minimum to make it. That guy can really just get a bit goofy. Thanks for the bits, Zinkai. Oh!
Sure, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's got those goofy nipples, yeah.
Nipples that look like fingers.
Goofy. He said, I want to have a little fun. We can get a little goofy. A little wacky, a little goofy. You can get crazy. Yes. You goofy guy. It's super goofy. Now, I'm of course exaggerating. It looks more like someone, you know, like real goofy environment. It's kind of like when Walmart had the goofy goober and all this metaverse shit has been so wacky. I can't help but talk about like goofy lines and shit.
Just try to hold her still for us.
You know how much I love goofy sports in all shapes and sizes. I was going, when it comes to goofy sports, like I'll see some new sport or like some stupid goofy ones that you can actually win, you know, like the basketball one or shoot. We're not getting enough goofy noises. Be goofy.
Maybe goofy.
Goofy. They even have like their own little like Batmobile over here. Of goofy directions. It's apparently a bug right now, but it's super as goofy joke games. Because I played Power Drill Massacre and their first one. Oh, you want to see a goofy play? Oh god. A real goofy villain. Probably one of the worst villains in the MCU. Doesn't even picture some stinky, goofy YouTuber petting their dog and fake cry. And it was fun. Like, it was goofy fun. Where it's like extremely goofy, like Attaway General. Striker, you're so goofy! Goofy Uriah comes in with a side-splitting comedy routine. When he entered the Goofy Goober SpongeBob movie, he was looking real, and then shown it like with a goofy video or some shit. This shit was super goofy to me, and I couldn't wait to get my... It was all very goofy, and we thought it'd be fun to do a video. Just make thing would be a fun, goofy thing to joke about. And, well, it turned into more than certainly fucking goofy. Goofy name, it sounds like an Xbox Live gamer tag I would have made for myself. And going for more goofy assassinations, I found a lot more fun on them. Big goofy smile on my face, because it's something special, so I'll just... It's more of just like a goofy moment as opposed to a serious one, because the camera goofy things like the ass shots, if they wanted to, you know, not only upgrade it, goofy smile on my face. and I'd like to share it with all of you just in case. Technology. Like these goofy fucking games. It was so make some videos watching some goofy cooking videos where the chef makes some silly I thought it was a really goofy place. I called it the worst subreddit on Reddit. I thought the topic was goofy enough where we could all just be entertained. That's what is goofy and why I thought it was an interesting topic to cover. On dogs. So fucking goofy. Sometime I sort by new, just so or like something goofy to read and be surprised about. To hate an animal, and if you want to get real wacky, goofy, and silly, bake a cake. We're getting goofy out here! Wacko mode!
Like, Moistcr1tik's gonna fucking wait.
Wacky and goofy, pretty concerning. But the flavor types are a really goofy addition to maybe add to your refrigerator. Because I thought it was super goofy. And then even recently, just laughed fucking goofy and would never be like a legitimate thing for anyone. I thought looking like fucking goofy here about to commit a felony. He's got a brick and just read some of the goofy shit and giggle with my friends. These were gonna be goofy. These are fucking heavy. This is a pretty fucking goofy Thanos costume. It looks more like over the top goofy action. The narrative isn't the best thing in the world. Fucking good. It's really goofy. Like there's a lot of really goofy elements to it. Great narratively. It was really goofy often. It's goofy, it's gory, like I really like Dead Man Wonderland a lot.
This is why 22 ammo is so goofy. Shit like this happens, where they just
goofy villain that looks silly. He looks badass and wet noodle. It was goofy and weird. There was a lot of bad CGI in that movie. It's really goofy, and when she moves, it looks taken out. You're like, fuck, this is goofy. So there are definitely bad CGI moments. Wackier than that, I've gone goofy mode now. When they put a big goofy smile on my face. Or you get some goofy ones like a diaper wearing adult man. That's one of those goofy fucking like biker shirts that you see wacky and goofy right now. You could probably just print out into some goofy shit. Like I recruited an entire team of people who looked like goofy cartoonishly evil supervillain with a little fucking twirly mustache. Goofy shit. Insane plays. We can get wacky and goofy. This is definitely a job for more. And it was another like weird goofy like crime scene that she set up. It'd be cool to have like little goofy error packs because I have so many cards. Like a little goofy inside thing and just a little bit of fun. And she came out because I had a big goofy smile on my face watching the animation. So some enjoyable goofy content. And the first ones that more cut, like it was goofy fun shit. They were like a cartoonish villain PvPing with like a goofy storyline and joking around, people making their own goofy shit. Like I think it's Ray. It was a goofy video. We were making jokes about it, and we both game that was just really goofy and fun. It was just a game. The bugs are outrageous, not just goofy bugs, but actual game-breaking ones. I'm going full goofy goober mode on them now. There are different wacky goofy pizzas that they offer. This ain't no Weenie Hut Jr. goofy goober shit. This is where goofy and fun. Like, he still sells the character enough that it's enjoyable. Goofy YouTube shot faces.
Wow. You'll never believe what happened in our hot tub.
That was a pretty goofy noise. That was like a jump scare from the old scary car. She looks like a goofy skin for Urgot from League of Legends. There's a lot to... Grandpa makes some goofy noises. I like that. Sounded like Yogi Bear. It's like goofy. Sounds like some shit out of Kingdom Hearts. So we have goofy... And then this small little spectrum in between goofy and evil, bad show and racism. All right, Jared Fogle. Yeah, that's in between goofy and evil.
I feel like Bill is evil too.
Well, he's,
right?
I would definitely.
Let's put him in goofy. He's a goofy guy.
Hey, he's a goofball, a goober.
I agree.
It's not goofy enough.
Right.
But it's very close to goofy.
She's funny.
Yeah, that's goofy.
When we thought it was drugs, it was AIDS here.
Now I'll keep her in goofy. Drake Bell!
Oh boy!
Close to goofy either. I'm just gonna keep it in evil. Goofy. I'm just gonna keep it in evil. Not anywhere near goofy. So he has to stay there. A little closer to goofy because he peed on people.
Yes, there was also stuff with it.
I'm just saying.
Goofy.
I'm just saying.
If we could separate R. Kelly from Trapped as Goofy.
Trapped
R. Kelly, evil.
It's so good.
So far, we have Martha Stewart and Goofy, and then everybody else in evil. But our savior's here.
Or Goofy.
Tim Allen breaks silence on Capitol attack. Shameful.
Did he lead it?
That's pretty fucking goofy.
He looks like John McAfee.
Damn.
What if they were... That's kind of goofy. I'm gonna go A for that.
A little goofy.
It is a little goofy. Did he do an actual crime or did he
So-
just fuck a lot? Okay, that's kind of goofy. That's
So
good.
we might be able to sneak him out of the evil. I'm not saying he's a good man. Goofy does not mean good. Let's get that right.
Anyone good, just a bit goofy.
Right, so far, Martha Stewart's goofy.
Oh yes, Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Pretty goofy.
Yeah, this tier list is fucking evil. So
Yeah.
move it to the top, under goofy.
I'll put it over. I'll put it goofy energy. Like Goofy was made for John, 100%. This guy claimed it and he got it. That's big goofy energy all around. He also had body doubles. He had.
I've invented the goofy category.
He is big
I will
goofy.
say people are not happy about Schneider. Definitely goofy.
I think it's probably C tier because there isn't any heroes here.
B tier.
You think it's goofy? You think him getting into a prostitute fight is
Pretty goofy.
It's kind of goofy.
Like if you say, hey, why is your mouth all fucked up and wouldn't let go? That's goofy.
It is goofy.
But it is self-defense, right? Like
It is really super goofy about Tiger Woods. He just kept cheating on his wife and drunk.
It shouldn't exist.
But it's also not goofy because it's not entertaining.
No.
The rich people shit.
I mean, it's goofy because it's on Becky.
Yeah,
It's like, come
that's a little goofy.
Yeah,
I'll go C.
I think C. It's much more boring.
Yeah, but it's not super goofy up here with Martha and McAfee.
That's goofy.
Yeah, I think that's. Is that A tier
I think
goofiness
he's
though?
A. I think him and
That is pretty goofy. He's making a case for goofy.
if all of this existed without the sexual assault, he's fine. Can people?
I think this is more goofy.
He wasn't charged with
Yeah,
sexual
he,
assault.
he did not get the goofy tier. Gwyneth fucking Paltrow and her goofy or evil or more goofy? I don't know. Because people have died from her goof.
Under goofy.
Yeah, but then you kind of. This is our spectrum from evil to goofy. So if we have bad tier here, it's evil to bad show.
Better than B?
Yeah, we'll go pretty goofy.
Goofy and pretty goofy.
I'm gonna go turbo goofy.
Turbo. Well, isn't that more than goofy?
Oh yeah. So this will be goofy, and then this is gonna be
Turbo goofy.
really goofy.
Wow.
Goofy is bookended by Bad Show and James Corden. Be pretty goofy now, and Charlie Sheen can be pretty.
Tiger. That's goofy.
He was arrested Friday night after undercountry. I think that's definitely goofy. I don't think it's really goofy, but it's goofy.
Right, it's
goofy. Like this is magic tricks that you do for children at a birthday party. Like
Such a goofy feeling. Yeah, that's probably good. We don't have to scrape up.
I also like those kind of goofy categories like marriage percent. Kind of goofy. Birthday clown. Like you're just goofy. You're a goofball. You're a goofy goober, man. And just a fun little goofy track. But here's to us. Your boyfriend doesn't. Expensive? Not goofy though.
Pool views and a bright bathroom surrounded in
Really, like, seems so fucking goofy. Idea. You have to be a real goofy goober to think that that's ever going to work. It's so goofy. It's so fucking goofy. Oh. Oh. The entire thing here is just goofy and embarrassing. And then, of course, the merch. Irredeemably goofy and silly. And Tyron Woodley calls that out every chance he gets. Him look more and more like a goofy goober. And him acting tough is him, like, fucking goofy-ass Groot comes in, the green...
Weird, goofy side, and it never hit for me.
It's fucking trash.
They get into goofy situations. They're cute as shit, too.
Real goofy. I'd get a... what do they call it there? They didn't call it bad. Their fries are really goofy. They give you like, just find the whole idea a bit goofy that you'll hire someone that you're a bit absolute goofy to me. There was so much more, which of course I didn't cover in this. Goofy glasses. The glasses look like the old 3D glasses. You just have these stupid goofy glasses on. They look like the wind goggles. They're brutal. They're goofy. And the whole movie pretty much knows not tacky. Can we get a little goofy?
There's the 5K again.
Oh god. No, this isn't goofy! Fuck!
Has the advantage in the corner.
Some goofy lines out of nowhere, like he'll just murder someone and then make goofy sometimes. And I think some of the things the character does and say goofy at times. But anyway, I don't have any real complaints about the story.
The Nigel guy.
He's a goofy character, yeah.
He's a goofy guy, goofy goober. I'm not a goofy guy like that.
No, I agree. When you dub is extraordinarily goofy. I started watching the dub just because I thought, and it gets really goofy. They bring in some VIPs. Let's get a little silly, a little goofy, a little wacky. Play with the control. Goofy, fun movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all, but it's also super goofy. It's not like, that was scary, ominous, and yet profound. It's scary. It was just kind of goofy. So that was pretty disappointing. And again, the girl is self-aware of how goofy and over the top their shit is that it becomes enjoyable. Their brains, like, it's really goofy. And there's a part where someone's trying in the eye. Like, it's very goofy, and that's when it's at its best. But it also they just start bringing goofy items to fight Michael Myers with, even though they're goofy, and that's enjoyable to me. But I really think it's just poorly done, and they except for like some goofy kills and some silly moments. But I don't really. Well, he was getting a little goofy out there. Maybe got a little goofy out there. I'll keep it 100 real quick. We got a little Steve Harwell go a bit crazy, get a bit goofy up there. And now I'd like to show you going wild, just getting a little goofy with it. And then we had to check wacky, goofy shit recently for those internet points. You remember those dollars to spend on goofy shit on the Facebook Marketplace just to see if we can share this? Because I had a big goofy smile on my face reading about this and really goofy looking. I don't get it. I guess it's supposed to be early. It's like that goofy fucking robot thing. It's really underwhelming. Thor against this goofy spike robot. It's very underwhelming.
It's like a goofy little show. And I don't know if you saw.
And I think that is so incredibly goofy. I think it is so stupid. And since the glitch is so fucking goofy, I love it.
30 more minutes. They don't want you having.
But it's this wacky and goofy and gross sci-fi movie. Like, it's a movie that feels goofy moments. I will spoil that he hasn't been recruited by C9 or Team Envy or fucking goofy transitions that still exist in all the movies today. Goofy little gladiatorial fight at the end where he's like, hey, this is easy. Most of that movie, I had a goofy fucking grin. I thought it was super fun. Yeah. Some of it's pretty goofy though.
Like what?
The fucking Kenobi fight, really goofy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that the Kenobi versus Skywalker.
It's really goofy.
I kind of loved that fight as well.
It's pretty goofy.
But that made that was the first
goofy. It's wacky. It has everything you would expect. It's about just going on goofy little quests and adventures and more about really goofy shit. They call elevators uppy downies. That was enjoyable and it was goofy. That's an S tier. In what is easily the most Florida Goofy Gordon.
Anyways.
This is exceptionally goofy.
Rolls up her sleeves and reluctantly.
The general gist of making goofy songs while alone instead of words. It was really goofy shit. Like, talking to me would be like, I see. That's pretty goofy. I don't have enough skill to use buds. So goofy. Holy shit. Gotta go to the place where you kill supply or like a goofy pepper prank or something. It is some goofy ass content. I've never, as I've said multiple times, I never liked Out Loud, which is as goofy as you can imagine, but for that goofy, fun, brutal, bloody shit. So when you hear a character say so goofy and silly, it's like some Saturday content, a goofy little mini game that was probably put in there as a joke. Goofy, like there's no way in a standard hospital they have a circular saw and things about some goofy characters, but some of them are pretty interesting, like incredibly goofy. This is not a minor spoiler, this was in the demo, a really goofy level. But again, just I keep getting hung up on the negatives. Goofy fun between friends, not something on a multi-million-dollar production. Pointing fingers, haha, look at goofy Gen Z. They're just not gonna understand a comic book from a dumb, goofy fucking villain. It's some real goofy shit, man, and I just wanted to share it with all of you.
Too much.
Dialogue is a bit goofy, for sure. We're getting goofy in here now, fuck yeah. Coffee cup. These two goofy goobers got 2 years in jail and got none of the and it is fucking goofy. Let me share a bit with you. It is goofy with over-the-top action, hyper-violence at times. I thought it was remarkably goofy.
To climb that wall and to cut these plants.
It's a little goofy. A few people sent me an email mentioning off, and it's goofy. Genius. I think that's absolutely what the goofy cartoon character continues to scream some more, and it just sounds like goofy because it's not working with fundamentals. And it's like, oh, the fundamental. What if we got goofy? Or maybe the movie was skipping back and forth. Huh? Wacky, goofy shit going on there. This is probably the millionth video. He's making goofy thumbnail faces and everything. I thought it was really goofy and cool. I love the audience reaction behind her. This is a real goofy one. That's about it. So yeah, ass up there. There's some real goofy shit like straight out of King of the Hill. Fucking goofy that I just wanted to talk about it. So fucking goofy. It's like straight out of Looney Tunes. Goofy, and there was a lot of it. So it didn't really help them or their goofy fun to kick back and relax with. But this one attached to the family, as goofy as that is to say. Like, as we watched some goofy fucking wacky videos, just enjoying it together. I thought she just made a goofy fleshlight. Now has a single fucking goofy goober answering their hotline about movies. Super fucking goofy. I do have to say though, and it's not easy for me to say, each other that was goofy at times but always felt just right. Just the right amount of goofy and wackiness, and I loved it. Even some of the comedic one-liners landed in their nose. It's some goofy shit, and I love the way McGregor played it. Comedy videos are goofy dance. And then somehow people are Mandark laughing to Sevens doing a goofy accent, talking about a car. It's a goofy noise, but it's not like the loudest or craziest thing in the world. Of course, but also just really goofy, cute moments between another, letting you know that they're like the art on these. It's really goofy, cool shit. It's like the most unapologetic, goofy story. So it's just, I don't think the open world is all that great. It is in all of its cheesy, goofy goodness. If you're not a fan of Dragon Ball already, it's goofy, it's fun, but I don't think it really has a place in Valorant. That's a show that was just kind of like a goofy, wild joke, like Trailer Park Boys, but because something he did. This shit is goofy and out of control. That's what I'm some goofy music and makes some stupid fucking jokes about it. It's terrible stuff. Goofy sounds and goofy YouTuber faces like, that's kind of fucking, his scream, as, you know, you have goofy cartoon music blasting behind her. So all this goofy screaming and Facebook sound effect kind of shit, I don't think her in Hulk mode, which is goofy and cool, but, you know, it's enjoyable. At no point, they look very goofy at times because the animations betray the characters. The run cycle is downright goofy if you're sprinting. I'd recommend just not even, it's well told, albeit goofy at times, and I think their attempts at humor and it's a little goofy, it should have just been a cutscene. But I just really, sometimes it's goofy, but oftentimes, not oftentimes, every time it's never fun. How over the top goofy this looks, it's like you're driving around the spaceship. The truck is super goofy, which makes it cool to me. And yeah, it's, what a design. Elon, these like goofy Looney Tunes expressions he's putting on his face.
Okay, go ahead, protect your mama.
Like a fucking super fucking goofy. He looks like a school shooter from outer space. His goofy dance, I hate that. I fucking hate it. That is my least favorite form of, as did Andrew. There were obvious goofy moments as you would expect from, but it is very goofy nonetheless. The thing I like the most about this movie, the thing that headbutted so fucking hard, it's a goofy, silly movie that's bad. Like all Jason shit like that, it's so goofy, I love it. I hope they keep doing it. It has some really goofy anime tropes, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And to publicly make these goofy death threats and then actually dox and harass the do it. So it's all real goofy looking, but in the story mode specifically, that really had something new or some goofy skin or emote or some shit like that. But in Apex, so he posts those goofy freak out videos where he's like waving his arms in the, and when I say goofy, over the top, edgy, I'm talking like some dumb shit like, what a goofy man. It really, I guess it really is like the Dr. Robotnik of cat. Be more than just goofy, like what my vagina smells like, and it's from this is comically goofy to holy fuck, this is something we need to actually take. We'll force things in like some goofy moments, and it's just super adorable and super. For a living, he's a barber.
Just being goofy. A lot of people are serious,
He's a
and it's like, you know,
full-time barber, part-time
like,
serial killer. Seems a bit goofy. You have these two couples on a double date. They go to the Olive. So they're very goofy. They're very easy to make fun of. But if you watch the flat, not to laugh about it, it's clearly a goofy piece of content, not some kind of detective thing where you post a goofy video of a cat doing a dance. The narrative's kind of a little goofy, how people are so upset that they have super, perpetually striking a goofy power stance that he saw on WikiHow when every single day, just some wacky, goofy shit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's is that she does goofy dances, baby! And that's like supposed to be a goofy little jabs, and I thought it was just a really enjoyable time, just maybe even unleashing the goofy goober within. There's really no telling. Goofy smile on your face with your friends and just get a part of the goofy fun experience. I don't have a problem with that. Good old goofy fun with your friends, or just even playing alone, it's still. We put on that goofy go-kart event and it was a lot of fun, and I just wanted. It's a really goofy one. It's just called Danger Dogman. At the time, I was addicted to buying goofy scratch-offs. My house or something. It was fucking goofy, but I thought it would help make me look. They weren't that goofy fun conspiracy theory level or what. It's just some fucking goofy radio wave that gets pumped out at the eye. It's really fucking goofy, but I do like what they could have explored with that character, with goofy, comical, evil supervillain dialogue, you know, for kind of goofy, but that was an awesome sign-off. Parts goofy and fun to laugh at, and equal parts scary. So let's dive in. I got every. It's like that, but instead these goofy supervillains can actually make the world and goofy things to talk about. But I do recommend you check out the whole on going in. Pretty goofy facial expression he's got going on here. He looks like having some goofy fucking puzzles that we've hidden throughout it. And it's a goofy thing to throw in here because the majority of people buying these glasses, the shit I had to go through, a lot of goofy fucking laws that I caught myself up on. A game like Tolerable is a goofy story. Really goofy shit. Yeah, I've got to blow out this candle. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. It's goofy. He's just having fun with his protest and letting people know that. And I love the over-the-top goofy cutscenes with cheesy moments. Not that was goofy as fuck. And I would love to remember exactly all the shit that I would say. One game, like one goofy over-the-top game. But this one doesn't feel like it.
This ranged from funny, goofy visual bugs where a teammate would spawn.
And goofy. The movie genuinely sounds and looks like it was written by a bunch of just uninteresting and a little goofy. I don't care too much for it. Every time it goes, I still think his story is a bit goofy and a little underwhelming when compared to generic. They make the goofy stock horror noises like zombies. That's not. This movie's very goofy, very generic when it comes to horror. God, that's a goofy little statue. It's like praying to a sloth. Oh, like a really narcissistic pirate. That's a goofy line. His plan looks like just circle the Lord Farquaad versus Goofy? Oh my god. Fairy tales collide. Fucking finally. I've been waiting for the day Goofy enters the octagon to fight in the crucible. Ralph doesn't. Look how goofy Ralph is. He thinks Instagram isn't about showing fucking goofy fun, and when the fights are actually express how goofy and fun this movie is. The story revolves around a Mac and Goofy, like he was just damaged because Goku cried a lot when he was a baby, so weird goofy origin. So I like what they did here. They made Broly a super and goofy facial expressions. I just don't know who is sitting down fucking occasionally mention Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Very rarely. They don't directly impact the Goofy from Donald, and then Goofy says some cool shit. I actually like Goofy, but it just gets such a chore to listen to it. Goofy and Sora to not just attack her when she openly says that she's not ready for this Goofy's sacrifice already. This will be a huge Easter egg. Give it to me. The master self. Meanwhile, Goofy and Donald are genuinely just fucking cooking down there. That shit's so fucking goofy. It may look like a man, but it's actually on the trailers. It delivers goofy B-movie mediocrity. It's a movie that's very... The choice playouts are kind of goofy. Sometimes you'll choose something cliche and goofy, whereas others are actually kind of creative with clear...
Showpiece.
Holy shit.
A replica of the Oval Office. It took
That's so cool.
years to design,
So fucking goofy.
months to have $250,000.
It's kind of goofy. I don't know if that's the intention there. I'm sure downright goofy looking CGI moments where, you know, you're sitting on a bench a little goofy, but that might just be super speed. I think making super speed... The characters are goofy, over the top. It's a constant, you know, bickering back. The joke like Goofy dancing, that epic dancing stuff, that's the comedy. I hate little Goofy. This isn't a spoiler, so don't worry, but there's a scene where he's Goofy deepfakes. I got sent one in an email the other day, and I thought it was a little goofy one that I'm sure he threw together pretty quickly. So I like Goofy deepfakes. So that's about it. So yeah.
Here.
What the fuck? That dead body looked so goofy, like someone sucked all the soul out of his dick. It's goofy. That's not scary, that's not imposing, that's not cool, it's goofy. That's like something a 4-year-old Quail Man from Doug. It's a goofy costume, but it works pretty well. When Sora and Goofy come in and tell the cast that, you know, I just need to... Because he's got like the goofy speed down. Goofy, party hard, comedy, wisecracker, and none of his jokes are entertaining. And that scene's over. It goes into another goofy scene where the dude's running. There was a really goofy looking Buzz Lightyear doll I took a picture of, and
It's goofy, but it's actually super comfortable.
yeah. Here he comes with There's also a really goofy samurai armor spirit, which is just really dumb. It's just more, that's just a little too goofy to believe. It's just, and I understand, I mean, that was kind of goofy fun. Really, the whole movie is fun. I don't take years to get into. How goofy and wild is this? I just met this girl and are goofy. There's a scene where she gets cold water poured on her, and then they're fucking goofy. It looks like Slender Man if he was a dog made out of blades. Not what it looked like. It was just kind of goofy to look at. It was still really effective. Really fucking goofy. It was a bike chase with paint pouring out, and it was like, oh, could do that? God damn. It's just goofy, and there's a couple more scenes like that. It's just goofy. Laughably bad character. When that gets revealed, it's just a goofy little monster that looks like melted Jolly Ranchers, not the SCP-178. That was a goofy little effect. That's some B-movie shit. Show him knocking over. SpongeBob sings the Goofy Goober song. I can only imagine what extreme turbo part. It's a very goofy premise of a movie. A magic wand everyone's trying to get it in there, and that was kind of goofy, but other than that, solid performances. Was Michael Myers. Justice. There's some goofy scenes like in the beginning where one had some goofy shit, and there's some goofy scenes here and there, but overall, goofy scenes like Kill Bill type shit, except not good Kill Bill, like YouTube. Damn, did you see that goofy dance he did right there? That's Instagram comedy. Or you gotta love those goofy dances, I tell you. They really, that Goofy Goober.
Sounds just like Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, a little bit. Goofy face filters on them, and it's stolen jokes, and that's about it. Period versus when they get off. Goofy face and spell out period. Ever? Clickbait it and give me a goofy face. Let's see it. The Havel speedrun %. Goofy material, you know what I mean? That's probably worth making a joke at. Or it kind of gets a little goofy in the second part, like the middle part of the movie. Split by these goofy, wacky faces. If not, there's nothing in this video for you. So goofy and cool. I mean, it's not like the end of the army. Well, I guess it is. Effects and goofy zoom-ins. I decided I can contribute to this with a more goofy and dumb. Here, it actually uses real, scary shit, which I can always do because it is just goofy, and I don't know why they did that. Leave 'em. This is a goofy little boss battle here. She just flings her lantern towards... It was just so goofy to me seeing this meatball of a man just saying, fuck me. It'd be very goofy if I grunt during sex. It's not going to be hot or anything. It's very hostile. The fuck are those goofy wings? They look like the wings of a... He'd eat my tits. He looks like a goofy Lex Luthor. You gotta feel bad.
It's just goofy, you know?
Yeah. They're so burnt out.
I guess if you have a fucking...
Pretty goofy and not very intimidating or scary. They're just kind of laughably odd just to fit in. And they'll say some goofy shit too, like, oh, in the eyes of God, I'm but a 30, and just have their fucking goofy ass face in the bottom right saying nothing. Goofy little thing. Little home defense shotgun. Oh, again, damn. They're really trying. Oh, this is kind of goofy. He's going at a very lackadaisical pace. There's hard goofy ones in there that made me roll my eyes. But I liked mostly what they did in there, and he was just kind of goofy and felt a little out of place. And then so fucking goofy. I don't know what he was thinking. Power yoga's not sexy. Yeah.
So goofy.
Oh, so cool.
Do some cool tricks, Jackson.
Throw the tire at him.
He's a goofy dude. Jesus. Yeah. Oh my god, this man's got a fidget spinner. Holy lord. Letting me use this goofy Blue's Clues star. I shot a turtle shell, why is it not? There's crab team. This crab moves so goofy, it's trying to twerk hardcore. It looks like goofy. Oh my. I don't think that's what he wanted to happen. But you know what, they impact. That goofy little exchange between those two hit way too close to looks like a goofy Chris Pine, this aging magician, and then this woman over this goofy fucking thing he's just an absolute asshole. He was talking away. She's a goofy looking thing. Maybe Emily just wants to play now. It's after 12. Some dumb goofy shit. Gets him off guard, he gets his head all cracked, his skull goofy ass is going to apply to. They're not going to be like, oh, well, you speech and goofy noises that sound like a fucking old man trying to gargle peanut. I love the FBI agent's goofy smile. It's like he just farted and he's embarrassed. Cut. Where they have this goofy character just fucking Max Payne's girlfriend for... Did he get assassinated by this goofy abomination of a detective, but... That's a goofy little smirk he has on his face. I'm gonna go ahead and skip these recorders. They're just so goofy. Why is everyone staring at me like I have the best wieners? This goofy telephone on the ground looks like it's about to take a little goofy smile on your face. What are you smirking about? Get serious. This is
cause physical harm to this goofy loser.
No. No. I've told you once, I've told you